I'm not going to put the music behind this because they have filmed this as this is some action video to encourage or to make their people proud. But when arrogance is in evil to the degree of you recording war crimes, recording evidence that will be played back in a court, every one of these soldiers and every leader, military leader, sergeant, corporal, private, um, everyone will be held accountable. I was just doing my job is not going to be a defense. It was not a defense when they said Hitler's people did it to them. We didn't even have all these documented proof, yet still Hitler, his generals, and everybody else were found guilty. And I was just following the rules. I was just being obedient. I was just doing what I was told to do. Was not excusable then. It's not going to be excusable now. Look at what they're documenting. I swear I'm looking at a Nazi movie. I swear I'm looking at a Hitler movie. I swear I'm looking at the things that their ancestors, these people that are all in these tanks and all in these military apparels, this man here, his ancestors, he said, went through this. And now look what they're doing. These you can see, these are all innocent civilians. None of these are Hamas. These are civilians. You're seeing elderly men. They're documenting what they're doing to innocent people, collective punishment. I'm not even going to be playing the sound because they're making this like there's something for them to celebrate. Some action movie to make their people, back home feel proud. Look what we're doing for you. Really? Look at this. Now, I want to show the capturing for you to also see what they said um, is being documented. And I'm hoping when I click the description, the whole music and this hype music behind is not gonna, because this is nothing to be hyped over. This is 1,000% to be saddened over, disgusted by, appalled by that this is happening. And our leaders, Pierre Polivier and Justin Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh, everybody somehow are jumping from one side to the next. Then we have them trying to make it sound like, oh, we want freedom for all. But yet still Pierre Polivier is somehow, he's supporting this. His wife, his wife and his wife's parents, they're immigrants to this country they call Canada. They left somewhere to come here for a better life too, right? So obviously they left somewhere that was not kosher, right? So when your ancestors, if this is happening to your ancestors on your land, is it okay for your wife's ancestors to go through this, Pierre Polivier? Ask your wife if it's okay for her people. She still have roots back home, right? Her nation is under attack by another. It's okay for this to happen in the name of a law in a Bible that says the land is theirs, and in full investigation, it's not these the Bible was not written with these people in mind. Straight up. It's straight up. It's documented the roots of the Israelites. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It tell you exactly what they look like in the Bible. It tell you exactly who the original people, the people that the Most High created, came from dirt. The color of dirt is very common sense. All through the archaeology of everything before it was whitewashed, we have maps, we have evidence from antiquity that showed you exactly who the original people were and who the Israelite people were, who the Jews were. All of these words that you guys put, the English alphabet on, it tells you who they looked like, who the original people looked like. And through the history of science, it tells you how other people came to be. Even in the Bible, it tells you how new human genetics came to be. But you see, you guys pick and choose what is kosher, what is palatable, what is convenient. Mr. Al Gore had the inconvenient truth and all this nonsense, and whoever else in Hollywood had all these videos and movies that had these nice cliches, but it's very inconvenient. The truth is inconvenient for liars. And you want to change how history looks and who history tells you people look like. And then you burn books and you destroy truth to create a new historical content. But truth is still alive and well, and it's being revealed. You cannot hide the truth. Eventually, you see that underground that the Vatican has? Trust and believe there is going to be a day when human beings are going to be, they're going to have full access, and we don't need you to give us full access. We are going to get full access to everything you have stolen and hidden underground, fully knowing what the truth is. And then we're going to have apologies after the fact because humanity is watching this and your conscience is telling you this is okay. Because of October 7th, we're going to have collective punishment, and October 7th has been revealed to be an inside job. It has been revealed that Israel military knew about it and they allowed it so that they can find something to start off a new war, waiting for something to justify what they really want to do all this time. They allow it to happen. No different than all the other undisclosed files that are coming to light after September 11th and the Iraq War. Oopsies, we thought that there was mass destruction weapons. Oh, there wasn't, my bad, but oh well. Time and time again, records are being unsealed and we're seeing the truth, and you're now falling for this once again. You don't believe that a government will allow their own people to be slaughtered and to be sacrificed for a bigger goal? They're the same one that tells you, oh, in war, a sacrifice has to be made. They're okay in sacrificing their own for a bigger cause because they really believe that they're God's helpers. These people believe that they are mercenaries. These people really believe that they are called by God to bring forth prophecy. God don't need your help. God don't need the help of disgusting men and women with evil hearts. God don't need your help. But in your own arrogance of thinking God needs you, you're actually fulfilling prophecy. And the prophecy is your demise because you truly believe that God is somehow pleased in this. And all you Christians, you celebrated your Christmas yesterday through the Roman Catholic teachings of what to do and how to do it. No matter how much you separate with your denominations, your heart is rooted with the Roman Catholic Church. I learned that in religious education. Higher levels of theology, I found out that the Roman Catholic has a saying for all you denominations. The Roman Catholic Church and the Pope has a saying for all of you denominations. The saying goes like this: all you denominations are like children that leave home, upset with mother, upset with father. But when you leave home, you still carry a locket in your heart. You still carry a picture of mom and home in your heart. Meaning, as much as you rebel and you go off this saying, I'm my own man, you still hold home close to your heart. You still have a memory of mom. You still have a memory in your heart. It's in a locket. It's in your breast. It's in your pendant. You still walk around with a picture of home. No matter how far you go as a prodigal son, your heart is still home. That's what the Pope says about all you denominations that walk around here saying you're not like Rome, you're not Catholic. No, you are, because you do everything in step. You sacrifice just like them. You do everything, all the rituals just like them, and you follow all of their lies just like them. As much as you've gone astray, you still love home. You're still connected to home. You're still your mother's child. Rome, the Pope, and Catholicism is still your mother, because you guys still uphold the lies of them. You still listen to the Pope. The Pope is still the voice of the church. Your sacraments that you do, drinking blood, drinking wine that represent blood, that's vampirism. Eating flesh and saying it's a wafer bread, you still think that it's flesh. What type of activity eats flesh and drinks blood? That's cannibalism. That's some vampire stuff. That, like, you guys really believe this is godly. No matter how much you move away from the roots, it's still a symbolism, and you still keep mom close to your heart. You still keep the ways of the Roman Catholic to your heart. Eating flesh and drinking blood. I don't care if it's grape juice and wafer bread. It's still the symbolism. Don't you still read the same chapter that says, when you do this in remembrance, and you're actually doing it thinking that it is? Listen. Apart from the international law gonna find this guilty and every participant in this guilty, the Most High is finding all of you that still practice and participate in carnal things guilty. You guys are still doing works and actions, believing that that is giving you salvation. So you're not moving in faith. You're still moving in works, and works of an energy that was out to kill, steal, and destroy the truth of the original people. Get to know truly the history of who you guys are serving, because you're really not serving the true and living God with your actions. And definitely, you're not serving the true and living God with what you're allowing right in front of you. So the description goes, and I pray it doesn't play the music. Thank you. Thank you, Most High. So it says, the same photojournalist who uploaded the footage of Israel forces turning a stadium in Gaza into a mass detention camp. The video shows the detention of hundreds of civilians, including women, elders, and babies. The United Nations and human rights organizations have confirmed, not a conspiracy theory, they have confirmed that this force, the IDF force that's under the name of Israel, because Israel is really even not their name to claim, but they have a historical practice of taking people's names and identity and calling it theirs, and giving the original people a different identity. So the people that's calling themselves Israel, that is now in the Israeli forces of the IDF, an originating force that's starting from a terrorist group that bombed the King David motel out of rebellion of not getting what they want, like a child throwing a temper tantrum, are carrying out field executions against civilians in Gaza after forcibly removing them from displacement centers and stripping them. Now, Facebook and Instagram and everybody most likely are going to take this down. You're gonna have people who are offended, Christians who are offended, who's gonna want to report this because they really think they're doing God's work by reporting this so that they could take it down. But listen to me, every action you do is being recorded, because even you in the social media thumb war, your name is being written as an accomplice of suppressing truth. And you're thinking you're doing this in the name of God. Trust and believe. Listen. Revelation The book is about revealing what is going to happen. And the revelation of what is going to happen is that many of you are going to get caught up thinking you're doing God's work, but you are fulfilling prophecy that you are the foot soldiers of evil. Your heart has been corrupted where good is bad and bad is good, even into this moment where you actually saw everything from since the beginning of what happened in October 7th. You really believe that everything that has been done is good. And what has been bad, you're saying that's good. And what was good, you're saying is bad. What is good is a ceasefire. What is good is to acknowledge that this thing just didn't happen October 7th. It's been a buildup. That is a good thing for you to be aware of. But no, you saw this as bad. Don't bring that out. That's bad to talk about that. What is bad, you actually saluted and celebrated as good. This you see as good. And what was good, which is the free flowing of truth of information, you saw that as bad. You, the same ones that rebelling about COVID-19 and injecting yourself and want to quote Nuremberg trial and want to create alternative political parties here in Ontario and Canada to fight against all of this. You're the same ones who are now locked in step saying this is a good thing. The hypocrisy of you. That is why things are unfolding. That is why COVID happened. That is why the Ukraine invasion. This is why this is happening. Because the Most High is building up and scaffolding events to show you how hypocritical you are. The hypocrisy of you. The Most High allowed one thing to happen and you stand up like you're righteous. And the Most High and the Holy Spirit says, oh, really? Okay, I'm going to send something else to test you, to show you that you're a liar, to show you that your heart is disgusting, to show you that you, out of your mouth, comes bitter and sweet. You're hot and cold. The Most High and the Holy Spirit is allowing atrocities so that they can reveal your name is not in the Lamb's Book of Life. They can reveal that you are not going to be caught up. You are not going to be with the few. These things are happening to innocent people already predestined to be in the presence of the Most High. They sacrificed themselves to come here for such a time as this, to be used and abused, knowing that their end is in the face of the Most High and your end is to be shunned. Your end is to hear, depart from me, I know you not. We talk about predestination. I truly believe that every one of us, including these innocent, they came knowing this is what their end is, but they are in a marvelous end because their life is not going to be in vain. They will be in the presence of the Most High because they came in the human flesh to have this experience of being tortured, just like your ancestors. And look, the descendants of the hands of those that survive atrocities are now being the perpetrator of atrocities. So all this is not punishing them. It's recording you. It's recording you. This is not about that innocent man there. These men being stripped. The babies that were killed. It truly wasn't about them. It was all about you, the living. Where did you stand? What did you do? How did you believe that you're somehow a Christian following principles that's supposed to be godly, and you sanctioned this? You are allowing your leaders to lead you astray, and you are waving the flag of democracy. You are demonic in your hypocrisy. That is what the Most High is showing democracy to be. It's a demonized hypocrisy. That is democracy. This is Lady O. Stay in action, faith, and possibility. Walk in and protect your light. Your purpose will find you. Walk in and protect your light. Your purpose will find you. Say what you mean and live like you mean what you say. Remember, you used to hear me say that same sign off. That's been my sign off for years. Prior to 2020, many of you start to be introduced to me. There's a reason why the Holy Spirit gave me those words as a sign off. One day in my deep meditation, it said, say these words at the end of your videos. It will come to pass for them to understand. It would make sense eventually. Say it now. I've been saying that sign off for years. I actually had an extra part of it. It said, who are you? What are you? I used to start it off with that. Who are you? What are you? Stay in action with faith and possibility. Walk in and protect your light. Your purpose will find you. Say what you mean and live like you mean what you say. This is Lady O.